Just grinding up some Cubs today. And this is how they start out. This is a 421 Serval. Unported. And this is a 421 Cub that I have started. Just started cutting the exhaust on it. I drew it all up. If you didn't catch my first video, I show you how to draw those lines, both horizontal and vertical lines. Some other good stuff coming up. I'm going to show you how to just blindly start on a pair of stock cylinders, just to get you going. Something very simple that anybody can do at home. Getting my rough cut in on the 421. Trying to figure why the tester bike is not going into gear. Got a motor testing here. Testing out a basket case motor. This needed a lot of parts replaced. We got it together and for some reason it wasn't shifting, so I'm trying to figure out why it didn't want to go into gear, or it was stuck in gear. This one came in with a bad clunk when you kicked it. He thought it needed a rebuild, but the flywheel just coming apart. Can you see the? Yeah. Fortunately, it dragged and flopped around. It didn't kill the stator. I tested it. Stator's good. It did cut it in half right here. It was routed wrong and the flywheel wobbled and cut it. I put it back together, so this should work fine and no rebuild needed. But flywheels are very expensive. So are stators, but this one survived. I just finished what I'm calling the Spaniards 421. This is going to Spain. I think it's going on an Aprilia 250. I know it's an Aprilia. He'll have to tell you more. But finished it all up. It'll be a cafe racing machine. Cafe port, basically just hog the bleep out. You know how I do. You see them all on the IG and the FB. Pack up his order and get it out of here. Nothing replaces a good manual, and nothing is better than a good working stator and electronics in the Banshee. They're very old, the electronics are very simple, but if they're not working right, your motor is never going to tune right. And boy, these aftermarket stators, I get motors by the hundreds with stators that are just not working right. They'll start the bike and they'll run, but man, you guys gotta get manuals and do the right tests. This is a simple resistance test, and we have a motor in here and it ran like crap, and this was one of the issues. You've got to pull the resistance on these, and they've got to come out in factory spec. I don't care what kind of stator you're using. If it doesn't pull the numbers right, it's going to be junk. It's not going to run right. And this one was dead on the pickup completely, and like an 8.7 or a 9 on the coil windings, and that's not good. The coil resistance is supposed to be 13.7 to 20.5 resistance. If you're outside of those numbers, throw the stator away. The pickup is supposed to be 94 to 1400. See that? White, red, white, green, 94 to 100. The source coil, the solid green and the solid red, 13.7 to 20.5. Those are off. Your bike's never going to run right. So get a new stator and get a good one that pulls the right resistance. And check it as soon as you get it out of the package, because they will be crap. Brand new, right out of the package, they will be crap. Of course, this Banshee was bought used, like all of them you're going to buy. It had this also. Seeing that? A pretty flywheel? Trash. Garbage. These nubs are not 180 out from each other, and they're even off center, almost missing the pickup completely when mounted. You got to be careful of the stuff you buy. I'll only use OEM flywheels and OEM stators. They're the best. I'm not saying that they don't fail or screw up, because they do, but they have a lower failure rate than this stuff here. This guy's going to spend a fortune replacing these two items to make his bike run right. This is the garbage stator and flywheel. Though this flywheel doesn't even look half as pretty as this one. This is an OEM flywheel. Good flywheel, motor starts, runs perfect, tuned right nice. We got a factory stator on it now. This is my test machine. So when you send motors in and you want them test run, I stick it in this chassis and I make sure that they're tuned and they're running good before I ship them back. It's a good option to take when you ship me a motor you want built. Have me run it and break it in. So when you get it back, you just jump on and haul butt. No break-in time. Take it, race it, track it, do whatever you want. Here's a little build I'm looking forward to. Blaster. I don't know why I've always loved the little Yamaha Blaster, but we got a 240 kit for it with the 3mm stroker crank. I will be running it without a spacer plate. I don't do any setups with spacer plates. I don't like them. I port them for the stroke and bore that they're going to be on. And I will machine the head to accept the extra stroke on this guy. It's going to be a fun build. Okay, that's quite the day. I'm going to be getting that $700 barn find Banshee going. Here's a 421 that we're just finishing up here. This is an all new case up, everything. I'm waiting for a clutch. I'm out of clutches. Just got a couple of studs that I needed for the case in. I forget where this guy's from. He's not local. This guy is, though. I think this is what we're going to do with the $700 barn find Banshee, is make a baby 421. These are some Assassin driveline or type cylinders. I can't remember which ones they are. They don't have a brand on them, but they're fully ported, and I think I'm going to bolt them on and see. I don't think I can get as much power out of these as I can just a regular stock cylinder 4mm, so stay tuned for that. I'm itching to see how much I can get out of these. I really have to work hard. There's not much volume in these things. They're really small. Got the Spaniards out, got the Aussies out, got the Russian out. So all the big orders are out. And that wraps up the day. Stay tuned. We're going to make some good video on porting. I'm going to get into very beginner stuff just to get you going, to show you that you don't need much to make a little bit of power. The simple things I'll show you are going to keep you ahead of those 4-strokes that are piped and, you know, airboxed and power commander or whatever they're sticking on those computer controlled injected bikes these days. I'll show you how to stay in front of them with simple. You can use a Dremel or anything. Stay tuned. That'll be coming up also.